Hi everybody, this is Fayth. I'm going to show you 3 moves that you can do using the bellicon to strengthen the muscles of the pelvic floor. A few things that you want to remember about building pelvic floor strength. Thing number 1 is it's very unique to each individual. So depending on your health history, your activity level, and your goals, it might take a little bit of time, but rebounding does strengthen the involuntary muscles and the pelvic floor, so it will in fact build strength. The second thing you want to remember is if you do have a serious pelvic floor condition, definitely speak to your doctor before doing this, because depending on the severity, you may or may not want to add the health bounce. You may want to work just on stability exercises that are just standing on the bellicon. And then the third thing you want to remember is to listen to your body. So you might decide that you can do 5 minutes of this, and you might decide you can do up to 30 minutes of this. So do whatever level of that you can, and then do just little bits each day to build strength. All right, make sure you empty your bladder before doing any work, so use the restroom as needed. We are going to work with this ball because that little bit of extra squeezing of the ball helps find those pelvic floor muscles. So it's just a squishy ball, you can buy it online. We're going to start by placing it between the knees, and you can place it right above the knee. And you're going to start by finding a nice parallel stance. So you can open the feet. They have to go usually a little bit wider depending on the size of the ball that you're working with. You're going to make sure that they're neutral and that they're parallel. Take a soft bend of the knees and be sure they're pointing forward. And then take your hands. We're going to take heel of the hands, find what's called the ASIS bones. They're these lovely little bones at the front of the pelvis. We're going to take fingertips, find the pubic bone. So this makes a little triangle. You're going to just take a breath in, and you're going to think of exhaling. And as you exhale, think of that triangle going smaller and also lifting. So you've got a narrowing and a lifting. And just enjoy. Sometimes I'll do this maybe just in front of the television, just first thing in the morning to get a little bit of strengthening going. And just breathe. And if you start to feel like you lose your contraction, just take a pause, stop your bouncing, and then reconnect. You do want to think of contracting as you breathe, because that exhale breath helps you find that lift. So the breath, I think, is super important in terms of finding pelvic floor connection. What we're going to do here is pull the shoulders away from the ears. Make sure that you're not hyperextending the elbows, but they're slightly bent if you have that issue like I do. Press out of the shoulders and draw your navel to your spine. What you're looking for here is your nice neutral spine. So your back will not be rounded. It also won't be overarched, but you're drawing your navel in enough to support yourself. What we're going to do is activate the pelvic floor here. You're going to breathe, inhale. On your exhale, you're going to give the ball a squeeze. You're going to think of narrowing that triangle, and you're going to float your knees just an inch or 2 off the mat. Hold it, count to 3 in your head, and then lower the knees down. Although you can do this on the floor as well, it's really nice to do on the bellicon because you really have to turn on those stabilizers because you're on this mat. So we're going to lie down on the back. Make sure the head is comfortably supported on the mat, nice and long with the neck. And we're going to check out the positioning of the spine. We're going to just take a slight little bit of lumbar flexion. So we're going to breathe, inhale, floor. So what you want to find is that little bit of support. See if you can lift the leg without anything happening. Sometimes that takes practice. Breathe, inhale, and exhale, float the leg. Now what we're going to find here is a nice deep contraction. So I'm going to think again, I've got my triangle. I'm going to think of narrowing it and lifting it as I do this little bit of a toe tap. You're going to breathe in. And remember always to listen to your body and practice at your own pace, your own rate. Remember, if you've got a real serious issue, to definitely chat with your doctor. You can even show them this video, see if they approve before you move forward. Thank you guys so much, and we'll see you soon.